put mine into.
More Money Monday. Today is Monday, June 17th, and I appreciate y'all taking the time. If you could put your contact information, someone is trying to, no, you can't.
That's me. I was gonna say if you want it.
No, please don't.
There we go.
This happened last week, which is why it wasn't recorded last week. Somebody had their otter thing that they were trying to record, and then it cut me off, and I didn't get a recording last week. So
Yep, you got yours working.
y'all can't do that. I'm going to tell you no. Okay, so if you put your contact information in the chat, then that helps us all network together. And yes, please come June 26th to Roseville. Meet us at Top Golf, and we start at 10 o'clock. So we'd love to meet you in person, up close and personal, and then you can also network and get to know other agents too. We do have Fathom Awards for agents from 2023 production. So if you were here with the company in 2023 and you hit a certain threshold of production, you'll be getting some awards also. We have the top team, top solo agent as well. So I'll be bringing those and announcing those at our event as well. Those of you who are the top, I will let you know ahead of time so that you can make sure you are photo ready in case you want to do something like that. Also, I did put on the agenda for the 26th for us to do agent videos if you want to. So if you want to bring a script or have anything that you want to record, I'm happy to help you do that. We have microphones and video we can do.
Who's doing the video?
I can do it. You could do it. Doesn't matter. I've got equipment for it. The lighting and the lavalier microphone, little clip-on microphone.
Okay.
So some things, if you're interested in doing an intro video or anything that you want to produce, we'll have a little bit of time to do that while you're there. If you are willing, I would love to do a short video on why Fathom. If you've got a minute and you want to share a comment about, why you're here at Fathom, what tipped the needle for you, or anything you want to give about that, that'd be super helpful for me as well, that I can share with other people that are investigating the company and trying to make that decision. It's always helpful to hear from someone else. It's just awkward to say, hey, can you talk to this person? More helpful for me if I can get a couple of comments on video that I can share. So I'd love that. So before we get rolling, Brad, is there anything new in the lending world we should know about?
No, nothing new at this point other than rates are still volatile, largely in part just because of inflation and the pressures of the Fed's not lowering rates. So, and then of course we get conflicting information. So you have the emotions of the economy hitting new highs, but then you have jobs reports that are jaded and misaligned. So it's just caused a lot of volatility.
Yeah, I feel like the jobs report, it depends on who's in office and what their objective is, what narrative they want, because
Yep.
jobs report has a lot of part-time jobs, not full-time jobs.
Exactly. Yeah, that's definitely a big challenge with this right now, is exactly that, the part-time, the Ubers, the Lyfts, people doing stuff, taking on even second and third jobs. And then also the people that have now run out of benefits, those people get omitted from the report, which is odd. You wouldn't figure that to be the case, but it is.
Yeah. Okay, I agree with you. So you have to take the jobs report with a grain of salt because it's not as rosy as they may paint it to be.
Yep. So bottom line is just, keep, if you have clients that are talking about rates or wondering what's going on, just let them know it's up and down. And unfortunately, when you're buying a home, you can't pick and choose the timing of that. So that's where, monitoring it and letting them know at the time of contract, is it a good time to lock? Is it a good time to float? And kind of ride the wave in hopes that we get it lower. So it really just comes down to keeping tabs on it.
You just answered my question, because my question was, how long should they lock for? Like, do you advise like a 60, 90 day?
Usually it's 30 days are the standard lock. Although we can extend it. The longer it goes, the more it costs. So, and so in cases where we're floating it, then we'll go with a 15-day, which will be your cheapest option. But we also then, for like builder stuff, although I wouldn't do it now, but back when things were rising and really chaotic, We definitely were doing the long-term builder locks that, you know, can push out with a fee up front. We can actually lock the loan for 6 months.
Okay, that was kind of my question because I think people are waiting for the rate to come down and there's that hesitancy like, well, what if I lock now? How much would it cost generally if they did a 30-day lock? I know this is just work with me. If they did a 30-day lock and they maybe they aren't able to close in the 30 days and they want to relock for another 30 days, is it better for them to start like what's the process there if they have to extend? How does that work?
Great question. Usually around that time period, we will look at the lock and see if, you know, how it looks. So if pricing is better, where it's improved, then you can essentially let it expire and then relock it for another 30 days without any cost.
Okay.
If pricing has gone up, then you don't want that lock to expire because then you're going to be subject to those market rates.
Yeah.
And so then you end up paying fees for those extensions. And then depending on how long you're extending it for, but typically every 7 days is an eighth cost. So you can see where, you know, 2 weeks, that's a quarter point of the loan amount, or 0.25%.
Got it. Okay, cool. That's really helpful. I don't know that much about lending, so that's just more of a general question for me and maybe other
Yeah,
agents.
no, it's a great question.
What should you tell your client? You know, obviously it's talk to Brad because I don't know is the answer. Talk to Brad.
Well, and that's where, you know, having that communication between our, you know, agents, to me, to the buyers, to the transaction, knowing how long the transaction's for, whether it's a quick close on a 21-day or whether it's a 45 or 60-day escrow, because, you know, everybody needs time. And so that's important to know, so that we are not locking it too short.
Okay, just as an aside, somebody's got something ticking. I'm not sure what that was. And now it just stopped. Okay.
Not me.
Then I won't ask you to mute yourselves because there was something ticking. Okay, I wanted to share with you today an article from The Close, the website I just referred to a bit ago, about newsletters and giving you some resources, how to get started, what are some ideas for newsletters, and then some resources for creating those, and then templates too. So I'm going to show you the article, but I want to show you some of the ones that I'm using that they've mentioned. So you can kind of see behind the scenes, a lot of these paid resources have free trials. So, you know, 14-day, 30-day free trial, I would get out and take a look at some of these. Let me share with you the Close article here. Get the screen share rolling. Okay, so, all right, you should be able to see this. So this is an article from The Close. Again, like I said, you can sign up for their newsletter and get more resources on a regular interval. They send me something at least once a week that has to do with real estate and marketing and improving my outreach. So I wanted to share this one with you. It talks about engaging newsletter ideas. There are 35 in here, and some of these we've talked about, right? Going to open houses, going to local businesses. I feel like I'm repeating myself. Local events, being the news in your neighborhood. And then there's some themed ones that you could implement, like Meme Monday. There are some other real estate websites that have really fun memes that you can grab. Some of those are on Facebook. There's some like the, you know, funny realtor type Facebook pages. Fact Friday, if you wanted to do some of those. Fathom has canned resources for you also on the Fathom marketing page. There's a ton of different ways you can engage with people. Home improvement tips, you can get that from Go Social Agent, from Go Social Media. They'll post those types of things for you. Interior design tips, landscaping tips. These are all things that you could pull from the content that Go Social Agent is posting for you. So lots and lots of information there. This or that content is always good. Polls and quizzes. If you want engagement, right? There are different reasons you post, and this would be engagement related. Like you want somebody to respond to what you're posting. So interest rate watch, quarterly market wrap up. Those are things that you could integrate. That what Brad is sharing. He has a Friday market minute that comes out. You can forward those to your clients too. So there's a ton of resources. This is more of a memory jogger, I would say, of information that you can implement in a newsletter. The next one is where to get done for you content. That's just a little farther down because I don't want to read the whole article to you. I just want to show you kind of the highlights of what's going on here. Keeping current matters, I subscribe to that one. ACE's Social I've not heard of, but as I said, we have a free resource called Go Social Agent. So go use that, sign up for it. Coffee and Contracts is a little newer. Instagram, Pinterest, Realtor Magazine. If you don't get Realtor.com news or NAR news, you should subscribe to those. That gives you a lot of market overview, general market information. And then the DRE website has a ton of stuff for you also. Zillow, I don't know if I would use Zillow, honestly. The Spruce I've not heard of, and then the Close is where we are now. There's some template tips. If you've used Canva before, you can use that. Fathom has a email or newsletter template for you already. You can use that. Wise Agent's a good one. There's a lot of different ways to do this. And then this is some ways, templates that you can use or tools that you can use to build your newsletter. Again, there's templates inside Canva for this. I've used that before. I haven't really used the other resources that are here, but there are a lot of free things in here where you can do a free trial, check it out, see kind of what works for you. They're all a little bit different, and that's what I wanted to share with you today. I'm going to show you Breakthrough Broker first, and this one.
I use that one a lot.
Yeah, this is a subscription that I got through our Chicago title rep. Her name is Heather. Obviously, you can see that on there, heatherdhctt.com. She's a great resource. She's like every week, I would say, she sends me a link for a live training on some sort of title information. The one they sent me this week was on different types of deeds. So if you aren't super confident in your knowledge base, then jumping into some of these free trainings that these title companies offer is a really good way to kind of sharpen the axe there, so you can be a good resource for your clients.
So did you get Breakthrough Broker Plus, or you just have the standard free version?
Yeah, I do. So up in the corner here, you see where it says.
Okay. Yeah, I've been paying for that.
And it's not very expensive, right? It's like $10 a month or something.
$100 a year.
Yeah, right? It's super cheap. So there's a lot of stuff in here: postcards, flyers, brochures, door hangers, social media, property showcases, videos, marketing letters, right? Business center. There's a bunch of resources in here as well. Weekly planners, marketing, daily planners, webinars, all kinds of things for you to take advantage of. It's not that expensive, right?
And type in newsletters and I'll give you a layout for newsletters.
That's awesome. Okay, so, and then articles, this would be, again, there's the, there's an NAR settlement topic right there. That looks like Tom Ferry, yep. Community report tutorial. So if you want to do a community report, that's in here. Kind of learning that information. Here's some things you could post: maximize your input, the new open house guidebook. So if you're not super confident, like I said, in the way you're marketing, or if you want to try something different, there are a ton of resources in here. So Breakthrough Broker, there's a free version. The Broker Plus is not very expensive, but Heather will set you up for that for free. Let me show you another one. This is the other one that I use, and this one for me actually is more user-friendly. I say that because this one really is for me, for marketing, I think this is the better resource. I think the other one is good for training and some print marketing and such, but if I want to do social media, this is where I go. And what I love about this particular platform, they have a couple things. Every week they give me a new video to create, and then they have these scripts right here, and I'm going to share with you. This is paid content, but they do have, I believe, a free or very nearly free content. And there are scripts in here. I can edit any script, and I can record it in the app. So I just put up my phone, I practice reading through the scripts a few times, and it has me delivering content, and interspersed with that are GIFs or memes or whatever, like data that pops up with the article that I'm discussing, whatever that is. And these Real Talk Reels are maybe a minute and a half tops. But again, it's one more way for me to be an authority in my marketplace. They do have an email builder. There's market updates in here. So you can do videos about that if you want to. Here's the topics. Buyers, sellers, mortgage rates, home prices, inventory. I'm sure there's more, right? All kinds of topics. And you could create a newsletter topic every month easily just by going through some of these videos. There's a learning center in here, and these are their upcoming training events. So again, more training resources. You should always be looking at new information, staying current with whatever's coming down the pipeline. So there's a bunch of recorded workshops, and then there are some that you can get started. Like here's how to do Real Talk. Here's one on getting started with this platform, that type of thing. So there's a lot of resources here too. And what I found today, which was super interesting, I didn't know I could do this, was I can link my blog here from Keeping Current Matters into my website on Fathom, which I didn't know I could do. So I'm going to be working on that next. There was, let me move Joseph here. I think it's this one. Yes, so in here they have a personalized RSS feed. And then how do I use it? I can email my blog posts. I can post them to social media. I can share it to my own blog. There's just a lot of ways you can use technology to help you get information out onto your different platforms. Create it once and then just share it out. Okay. Then there's this one, how to share content on my website, which I didn't know I could do until today. So that's super cool too. If you have a website, doesn't matter if it's a Fathom website or your own website, this is still a really cool resource. You can add a tab to your website, add articles, your blog and such right on there. And you can even make it post automatically. Hooray, automatically sharing your blog post to your website, right? So there are a lot of ways that you can get started that don't cost anything or very, very low cost that will help you build authority in your marketplace and help you get to the clients or your database in a professional way. Is anybody using other content creators or resources that they would like to share?
Have you tried One Cool Thing
I have not. Do you have
from Car?
it?
Yeah, check that out.
Car's website?
Yeah, here, I'll put it in the chat so you can
I bet I can pull it up.
click it.
Hang on.
Then everyone has it.
I'm on Learn and Thrive, Industry 360, Data Market. Well, let's have a look.
I just put it in the chat. Just click on it.
Hang on. I think I'm there, but let me pull it up. Oh, nope. Oh, there we are.
They have some things.
I'm on a page 2. I'm under market data. Is that where you were? Different. Okay, cool. Thank you, Joseph. I'm going to share that page. All right, Joseph, tell us what One Cool Thing is.
One Cool Thing is something that Car puts out to make us, it comes out, I think, once a week or
Every other week.
yeah. Well, it's every week you get something. They'll have flyers. If you played the video, it'll tell you everything in it. But they have infographics, they have all kinds of stuff. I like to add my name and logo on it, so it has from my information. As you can tell, it has articles, has a lot of the content you have, and you can pull information from here and add it to your current newsletters. Is one thing to do.
Easily
Click on
copy
view infographics.
newsletters, websites, share it via social.
Yeah, and I do this. Sometimes I'll put them on Facebook, sometimes in there. As you can tell, it has some of the reports, all kinds of stuff. And they usually email me a lot of the stuff when it comes out. So you don't have to go there. So if it's click on marketing tools.
I was just gonna say, I bet if we click on marketing tools, there's a bunch of stuff in here.
Yeah, click on down payment.
Some graphics. Yeah.
The infographics, I got some of there. They got some digital tool. Scroll down there. There's some. You can do some of the video ops. You can do this right on your computer.
Yeah. Realtor Real Talk is also some of that too. So there's a lot of content, as you guys can see.
And they have videos for you. They have all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Realtor gifts if you want to use them. All right, featured articles and such. So again, there's a content studio where you can create personalized videos to share with your clients. There's just a ton of resources out there. And Joseph, how much does this stuff cost?
You pay your dues.
So you've already paid for it, right? It's free.
It's free.
$7.90 free, my favorite kind.
And yeah,
Yeah.
the other thing too with CARP, a lot of people don't know, is you can get your 40-hour through CAR for free as well.
That's what I tell agents. Don't go pay for your license renewal education because you can get it on car for free,
Tons of CAR.
right? You've already paid for it. It's part of your dues.
And if you take some of the classes, you can use some of the information in the classes to put in your newsletter because they got tons of free classes.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm doing the staging class right now. That's always fun.
That was fun. I did that one.
Yes. Okay. So I'm hoping that that information is helpful. I sent the link to the close, that article, in the web and in the email with this announcement for today's meeting. So definitely use that. Take a look at the other resources. Keeping Current Matters, I think, has a free one. Breakthrough Broker is free. You can get it free from your title rep. And then, like Joseph was showing you on the CAR website, car.org, just pop on there and take a look at their resources pages. Lots of free stuff for you to put together. And then pick one thing to start with. Don't try to grab everything at once. Pick one that you feel is doable and just do that. Just get started, because that's really the kicker, is just do something. Any movement forward is progress. It doesn't need to be pretty. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to get done. So if you think of it that way, just get it done. You can always tweak it later. Does anybody want to share anything they're working with? Melissa, do you have anything? Cheryl, Julia, Lamont, Rosa? I think I called everyone.
I think so, everyone here. Also, by the way, if you're just starting out for the first time, you don't have to do every week when you first start. I always say pick like first Thursday of every month, pick a day every month and just be consistent about it. Once that becomes easy, then add in the second, then the third.
Yeah, I was on a training this morning. Do you know who Dean Graziosi is?
The what?
Dean Graziosi, have you heard of him?
Yep.
Tony Robbins, heard of them?
Yeah. Tony who?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, never heard of them. No.
There,
I want to share with you. I took notes really quick. I'm just going to grab them across my desk here.
there is so much free resources for realtors. You just have to.
Yes, so many. So some closing notes that Dean had. He was just talking about like a few words of wisdom, right? He said, when you're an agent and you're starting out, would you rather have resources or how to be taught to be resourceful? Which way would you rather go? And I think learning how to be resourceful is super important. I mean, we can give you every resource there is. There's a million resources. But you need to start picking things out for yourself and being resourceful. What do you feel is going to resonate with your people, right? Your clients. The second thing you talked about was ROI versus COI. So you have return on investment versus cost of inaction, right? So if you do a little bit of time, invest some time, it doesn't need to be money, but you're going to need to put some effort behind it. How much farther will you be versus doing nothing, right? The cost of inaction is what's costing you clients. So think about it in that way. How many more closings could you do if you were consistent with a message that goes out? Would that help your business? And then think of it as it's an investment over an expense, right? You've got to invest in yourself and in your business and your skill set in order to move your business forward. You could look at it as an expense, but honestly, you're investing in your business and in your skill set. You're investing in your success. The next thing he was talking about was commitment over convenience. And again, it goes back to scheduling, like Joseph was saying. That was one thing he said next, was schedule it. Commit to something, pick a day and a time. How much time will it take you to do it? And you'll find as you get into that platform, whatever the process is, the more you do it, the faster you're going to do it and the better you're going to do it. So just pick one type of way to reach out to your clients and schedule it, and don't let anything get in the way of doing it. Because once it's not a non-negotiable, you're going to, first time out, you're going to go, I did it, I had success. Put it back on the schedule, get ready to do the next one, plan for the next one, execute the second time, and now it's starting to be regular, and you're going to be like, yes, I have to do this. Like More Money Monday. I didn't used to do this. Before I started with Fathom, I did not have More Money Monday. That's just something I do here, right? But it keeps me also dialed in on what are agents struggling with, what are questions agents are having, what issues are coming up, what resources can I share that are helpful. So, you know, it just comes down to what you're going to do to commit to move your business forward. What voice you're going to listen to. There's two voices inside of us, right? You have the doubt one and the belief one. So, you know, don't listen to the doubter. Just get out and execute. Like I was saying, if you, there's something weird going on with my hair. If you listen to that doubter voice, you're not going to take any action. You're going to go, well, I'm just not fill in the blank. I can't because fill in the blank. If you just say, you know what, I can do this. This is easy. This is one thing I can do to throw my business forward every month. It's going to take me however long, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever it is. That 1 hour invested in your time and your business is how you're going to move that needle forward, getting more business, more referrals, more business, more conversations. Because again, if you send something out, then you can now contact your entire database. Hey, I sent blah, blah, blah. Did you get it? Now you have a reason to contact them, right? I sent information about blah, blah, blah. Did you get it? That's just one more way that makes it easy for you to go out and contact your database without saying, hey, are you looking to buy or sell? Like, nobody wants to have that conversation. They want to have a conversation about them and what's important to them. So give them information that they're asking for, be consistent, and just take the first step. The first step is always the scariest one. Go through these resources, pick one that you like. They all kind of do it a little different, but at the end of the day, it's all about you just doing the one thing. Pick one thing. You know, but borrow other people's confidence and certainty. I know Brad is very consistent in putting out marketing. Joseph every Thursday calls his database, right? And that's how you do business. There's freedom with having your own business, but there's also responsibility. You're gonna have to be your own boss.
Very true.
You're accountable to yourself. So,
And I think they can call any one of us to help them get started on that too, right?
oh, for sure. Yeah. And Joseph is very good about sharing information, and Brad is too. And I know Brad's got a lot of systems in place. Joseph's got a lot of stuff in place. I've got a bunch of systems and resources. Um, you know, we're just doing it. There's, you know, nothing magical here. It's just being consistent.
That's probably the biggest thing I would say is just do it. You know, don't try to do too much. Just try to focus on one thing and get that dialed in, because anything new is hard. And, you know, and then once it gets hard, you get too many things going. Then that's what creates the inconsistency.
Yeah.
And don't try everything all at once. Pick one.
Yep.
That's what I was saying. Pick one thing. I don't
And give
care.
it at
One
least
thing-
6 months.
Yeah. Get one thing dialed in, then start to venture out to the next one or the next one.
But you're going to start to see success no matter what you do. I don't care what
Yeah.
you do. Just pick
Got to
one.
do something though. That's it.
Do something. Yeah, that's pretty much it, is take some action, right? You hear that one all the time, action takers are money makers. Well, there's a reason why, because they're attracting attention, right? And attention is the currency of sales. That's how it works. You need to get out there and create some attention for yourself so that people will want to work with you. All right, we are right on the dot at 12:30. Is there any other words of wisdom you guys want to share? No?
Us?
Okay, I think
I have a question.
Cheryl has a question. Go for it, Cheryl.
Does Fathom have a listing presentation?
Yes, they do.
I will attempt to scare it up here. Give me just a second. I'm going into IntelliAgent, and I'm going into Fathom tab, and then I'm scrolling down to, that doesn't look like marketing. I'm going to the marketing tab, and I'm going to Marketing Center. I will share it for you on the screen here. Give me just a second. I'm going to log into my IntelliAgent, and then I'll share it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. There is a buyer resource. There is a seller presentation as well. There's a newsletter. There are flyers. There are just listed, just solds, all kinds of stuff in there. Okay, if you go to agentmarketing.store/Fathom, that should get you into the Marketing Center. So I'm going to open that and share that with you. Okay, and then I believe it's under downloads.
What's also, do you want me to put the shortcut in?
Well, it's right here, listing buyer presentation, logos, listing flyers. It's just under this tab called downloads. Cheryl, did you see that? Can you guys see my screen?
There you go.
Yes,
That
I
one
see
right
that.
there. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so they're right here, and then you can download this. They're PowerPoint presentations. You can turn them into PDFs or whatever, but then you can also customize these, right? It's PowerPoint. So, yeah. Is that helpful?
Yes, thank you.
Good. Aim to serve. All right, so hopefully that was good intel for y'all today. I appreciate you taking the time. If you need any help getting started, Joseph's here, I'm here, Brad's here. Happy to help. And
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, have a good week.
Thank you too.
Guys.
Thank you. Bye.